From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Get big savings close to home with Northway Bank's Community Sense digital coupon book, filled with valuable money-saving coupons from hundreds of Northway Bank business customers. Visit northwaybank.com for more info. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Police in Freiburg, Maine say a 27-year-old Albany, New Hampshire man is being held at the Oxford County Jail on $5,000 cash bail after being charged with 6 felonies in connection with a break-in at a home in Freiburg. Chief Phil Weymouth says Darren L. Drew was arrested yesterday afternoon after an extensive interstate investigation from Freiburg to Bridgeton and into Conway, Albany, and Chatham, New Hampshire. Police allege Drew went into the unoccupied home of the Smith family on Kimball Lake Shores Road in Freiburg and stole a credit card and other valuables, and then used the card at several locations in New Hampshire and Maine. Drew is charged with 1 count of burglary, 1 count of forgery, and 4 counts of theft, all felonies. Weymouth says the arrest is not connected with a recent string of burglaries in the East Freiburg area, but says, quote, "I'm glad we were able to set the victims in this case at ease, which further supports our mission of promoting a safer environment for our citizens. It was a great collaborative effort by those involved in bringing this fugitive to justice." With several Conway police vehicles parked near the Little Brown Church in Conway late Saturday afternoon, it might have looked like officers were conducting some kind of tactical operation, and in a way they were, as they stopped around 3:30 to drop off half of the foodstuffs collected from the day-long food drive at Hannaford's and Shaw's supermarkets in North Conway. Conway Police Dispatcher Joanne McKenzie came up with the idea for the food drive, and she was outside Hannaford Saturday talking to shoppers as they donated items that were then placed inside a police command trailer. She says things really picked up around 10 o'clock in the morning, and people just kept coming.
We started filling the shelves in that. We ended up with, I think, over 200 of those $10 boxes that Hannaford puts together, and canned goods and other non-perishable items that we had just in shopping bags.
Mackenzie says it was cold out, but the response from people was amazing.
We were wishing each other Merry Christmas. They were thanking us for the service. They were telling us it was a wonderful thing that we were doing. Some people came out, their cart was full of like 6 of those boxes and then bags of groceries on top of that, and they said it's all for the food drive. People were 100% supportive. The feel-good part of it kept us warm.
A police cruiser was also parked a few blocks away at Shaw's to take donations there. The total contributed during the day came to more than 200 grocery bags full of non-perishable food items, half a dozen frozen turkeys, and some hams. So much was contributed, Mackenzie says the trailer looked kind of funny.
When we left Hannaford, Sergeant Walker was driving and pulling the trailer, and the tires looked almost flat. There was so much weight in there. And we were going up the hill by Burger King, and he had it floored, and the trailer was so heavy and full. We were giggling about it. It was a good thing.
Once the food designated for the Little Brown Church was unloaded at the church, officers took the rest to Vaughan Community Service in North Conway. In Maine news, Governor Paul LePage says he's sending layoff notices to 58 state workers in case of another federal government shutdown. The governor says that while a shutdown is unlikely, the union contract requires his office to, quote, adhere to a rigid timeline for notifying employees about layoffs. The Maine State Employees Association criticizes the governor's announcement of the notices. It says there's no need for him to take action yet, and the notices will unnecessarily upset Maine State workers. In sports, the Celtics beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 101-97 last night, and the Baltimore Ravens beat the Detroit Lions 18-16 in NFL Monday Night Football action. In the weather today, partly sunny with a chance of snow this morning, then cloudy with snow likely this afternoon. Accumulation around an inch, highs around 13 today with light winds. Cloudy tonight, snow likely mainly in the evening. Total accumulation of 2 to 4 inches. Not as cold with lows around 7 above. Light winds becoming northwest around 10 miles per hour after midnight. Wind chill values as low as 3 below zero. And mostly cloudy in the morning Wednesday, then becoming partly sunny. Highs in the upper 20s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.